and welcome to Pacific Northwest Crafter. My name is Crystal, and this is my channel where I talk about what I've been crafting for the last couple of weeks. It's mostly cross stitching, but there's also some knitting and quilting in there as well. So for those that are returning, thank you for coming back. Appreciate you, and welcome to those that are new. I don't have much of a life update. It's just been crafting a lot and working away, and I'm looking forward to have some time off coming up. So happy about that. And yeah, so what do I got in store for you today? I have a couple of FFOs and I have some finishes, working on a couple of other things, and then I did a lot of quilting and actually kind of a lot of knitting as well. So in the cross stitch though, I do have some FFOs that I did, and I've already displayed them. They're Halloween finishes. And so I already displayed them, and it's a little bit hard to take some of them out and show them to you. So we're going to do this video a little bit differently. I'm going to try my hand at editing. I went through my house and I filmed my little vignettes of things that I have fully finished, as well, FFO fully finished, as well as some areas where I have some plans and kind of partial finishes. So I thought I would take you through my house and show you those little snippets, and we'll see how I do at editing. We're going to try it this time and see how that works. If it doesn't work, I'll be refilming this again come this weekend. So let's see here. Yeah, that's about it. So I'll go through what I've been cross stitching, and then I'll go into what I've been knitting and then quilting, and then haul at the end, as well as plans that I have for the upcoming weeks. So to start, let's look at some of fully finishes. My first FFO is Salem Sisters Apothecary. I started this in October of 2023, finished it in October of 2024, and then FFO'd it just this month in 2025. It is by Primrose Cottage, and I stitched it on 32 count vintage country mocha in the call for floss, which I believe is coal. And then I just matted it on some mat board with some Warm and Natural behind it, and I got this board I think at Joann's before it went under, and I just painted it black, distressed the edges, and then I found this little bat on Joann's this year, and I painted that and distressed it a little bit as well. This little bat down here is part of a 3-part series I showed in an earlier Flosstube where I just painted it. It was at Michael's, and I just painted it black. And then these little potion bottles I bought last year at an Etsy shop that's got some really cute decor. And the name of the Etsy shop's escaping me right now, but if I go back and find it, I will definitely put it in the show detail notes. My next FFO is Flying Lesson by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm pretty sure I stitched this on 32 count ancient, but I don't have my notes where I thought they were, so I will look it up and I'll definitely put those in the show notes. And this was a Sal by Nicole Spohr back in 2023 that I joined. It's one of my first entries back into cross stitching, and I had it finished, I know, last year, but I didn't have it fully finished until just this year. And I bought the board that is from I'm trying to point. There we go. The stand is from Chantel's 141 design. I just stained it. I believe it's in walnut, and then did polyurethane. I do like it that you can buy this board, and so I can replace it. I was thinking maybe like a cute Christmas sign would be cute as well, because all the other stuff is just kind of propped onto there. I didn't glue anything down. The little crow up on top is just got some wire on it, so it's just preciously sitting up there, as well as the broom over here is just leaning up against the stand. And then back there is some foam covered up with some moss, some moss, and some little springs sticking out of it. This cauldron I got last year at Michael's, and I got some Christmas ornaments that I'm just kind of balanced into there so I can easily take them out and store it. And then there's some lights. So hold on one second and I'll show you what it looks like in the dark. And here's the flying lesson with the lights out and the cauldron on. The cauldron looks so cool with the lights out and gives a eerie glow to the whole piece, and love how it turned out. So I'm happy to have those fully finished. I do look forward to fully finishing some other items, and you'll see those a little bit later on in the video. I do have a little visitor with me. This is Timber. He has his little Halloween bandana on. He's kind of sitting behind me, but now he's wanting to get down. I do have one finish to show you, and that is, oh, actually that's a PDF pattern that I have. So let's see here if I can, I don't have it printed out. So let me pull it up. It is from Liz Mathews. So currently not, but I was a member of Liz Mathews Patreon. She has some really great patterns. I have too many patterns, and it was piling up, too many to stitch, as we all have, I'm sure. But I was part of her Patreon last year, and I'm trying to find it. It's a battle of being able to see a video as well as being able to see without my readers on, because I didn't grab those. This is Ghosting to Town, though, by Hello from Liz Mathews. It was part of her Patreon last year, so it seems like she does release these every about a year or so after, so I'm sure she might actually release this soon. And I'm trying to delay. Why can't I find? I had it up, I thought. 1 second. Wow. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Ghosting to Town looks like this. There we go. And it's this cute little pattern with ghosts. She had it mocked up on a green colorway as well as this cream colorway, which that is really pretty too. But I like the green colorway, and so I happen to have had this fabric when I started it, so I decided to stitch it on 32 count. Is it 32 count? Yes, 32 count. I'm gonna butcher this. Arboreal by Cedar River Linens, and I used the call for DMC, and this is fully finished for me. If you had noticed, the pattern has some little houses on the sides as well as some sprinkles throughout, orange sprinkles, but I just wanted to keep it simple and the little trio of ghosts with the little balloons that say boo on it, and I'm planning on making a pillow out of this. But yeah, I love how it shows up in this green. I love this green. Cedar Ribbon is good. And I did use the call for DMC again. It's just a few colors. The only thing is in the leaves, this was the stem and the leaf was supposed to be black. I changed it to brown. I thought that blended a little bit better. And yeah, happy to have that one fully finished. I worked on that one a lot this past couple of weeks or so, because I was getting there to finish, like, oh, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, and fully finished it just the other day. But I did start a couple of things as well. The first thing I started was Toil and Trouble by Primrose Cottage. Now, this is actually a restart. I had started this last year. This is DMC. Yes, this is charted in DMC, but last October, Emily from Primrose Cottage, she showed her conversion with Weeks Dye Works, and I really liked the Weeks Dye Works. I love Weeks Dye Works variegation. So I got all the floss, and I started on a purple Plum by, I think it was Plum by Fiber on a Whim. And I love the fabric, but it wasn't showing up. I really liked the purple that I switched to, but it wasn't showing up. So I then found this gray. Now, I have no idea what the count is, and I have no idea what the color is. It is a piece of fabric that came in my Halloween mystery box from Black Needle Society. I think it was last year. It was. And I don't know what the count is. But I'm liking it for this piece. I got the double toil. This is for the candy corn. And I started it because I think I might switch it. I think this is, it seems off to me on the gray. So I think I want to stitch the rest of the stuff, and then we'll see about the candy corn. Might switch those colors up. But that is Toil and Trouble by Primrose Cottage. The next start, I had 2 starts. So the next piece that I started was again Primrose Cottage, and it is No Tricks, Just Treats. It was part of their stitch box last year for their fall stitch box, which was Halloween theme. So it's No Tricks, Just Treats, and I am stitching this on 32 count vintage, 32 count vintage Stormy Night, using all the called for floss, which is it DMC? I'm pretty darn sure it's DMC. Yep, DMC. So I got a good start. That's just one night. I got pretty far. So I'll probably work on this a little bit more. It seems like a quick stitch, but I have like a lot of stitches to do. And only a couple more weeks until Halloween. I was thinking to myself, there needs to be an extra month in there. An extra like mid-Halloween, Thanksgiving like month in there, so there's more time to stitch the Halloween and all the fall things I want to, because after Halloween then I'm getting in the mood to stitch Christmas, and there's just not enough time. But that is No Tricks, Just Treats by Primrose Cottage. Then I did work on a couple of other whips that I've had going that I started. Did I start both of these last year? I started one of them last year. I think the other one I started pretty soon, and I'm almost done. But the one that I worked on was When Pumpkins Glow by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And I do have the board to finish it on. I just haven't quite gotten it finished yet. And it is, here it is. Oop. I was able to finish most of the words. I worked more upon his pants. I think I finished those in, filled those in. I did finish all the words on this side. So yeah, I just have to finish a couple more words over here and the rest of their body, and I'm working on it. And this is stitched on 40 count Golden Harvest by Atomic Ranch. And I love this fabric. Love how it looks. I have another piece of it. It's a good piece. Good yellow, like it's just like a glowing yellow. I love it on it. So I'm looking forward to stitching on that one more. I want to get it done, but we'll see. See how the rest of the month goes. And then the other piece that I have is like this close to being finished. It is Salem Sisters Stitchery by Primrose Cottage. And I am stitching this on 32 count vintage country mocha, and I'm like so close to being finished. Debated staying up late last night to finish it, but I knew I was getting tired and I would make mistakes. So I have finished the bottom of this and I filled in all of the pumpkin. All I have left is the specialty stitches. So there's some Smyrna crosses here as well as some words. There's some words here, and then like the spider web legs and spider web, and that's it. So the plan is, after I film this Flosstube and write up my notes, I'm going to work on this, and fingers crossed I have a finish tonight. So that is Salem Sisters Stitchery. And you will see shortly in my plans that I am hoping to actually FFO it as well. So yeah. So that's all I've been cross stitching. I mean, I have done a lot though. I worked a few nights on Salem Sister Stitchery as well as a few nights on Ghosting to Town to get that one finished. So I'm happy with my progress on those. And it's a Friday evening here. So hopefully by the time that you see this and I'm on the West Coast and most of my people are on the East Coast, you'll see this in the morning, but I was having a nice Friday night. What is next? let's see here. Next up, let's talk about knitting. So I've been on a knitting kick. It goes in spurts. And I finished a project as well as I started one's a restart, but started 2 projects. So first up, I finished a pair of socks. This is, I think, my 4th pair of socks that I finished. Yeah. I'll go on this side. Cute little charm here. So this is Beauty and the Beast sock set. Came with the main color as well as the mini that I I'll go backwards a little. I did them toes, heels, and cuff in the mini and the main in the main colorway. And it's again, it is Beauty and the Beast by 3 by the Sea. And in their fingering weight is their Stellina sock set. It was a Stellina sock set. So if you look real closely, oh, I caught it there for a second. This one has some shimmer in it. So I just finished those the other day, and I still got to take all my little stitch markers. I got this cute little bell charm from them as well. And yeah, pretty darn sure I started these in January of this year. And I worked on them on and off because I have like 4 pairs of socks in the works. And I've added another one to it. But in the meantime, I added yet another hat. This is only one of 2 hats that I have going. But I have this hat. It is, this one. This yarn is Room for One More by Magic Land Yarn. It is in the Dreamy DK. Oops. Yep. Room for One More. And I'm making a hat. I had started a hat. Oh, I forget the name of it. It was by Petite Knits. I think I might have mentioned my last Flosstube that I had started it, and I was working on it the Saturday after I filmed my last Flosstube, and I'm like, wait a second. How much yarn does it need? And it needed like 150 grams, and I only have 100 grams. So this is the caked up yarn. And again, Room for One More. After the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland, you'll see that, again, I go forward as here's plans. So you'll see where I really like Haunted Mansion. I'm looking forward to visiting it soon. And what I'm doing is Tiger Lily, Carrie with Tiger Lily, had a beanie along with her Patreon, and it was 2024, I think. She had a beanie along and gave how to figure out the dimensions of your head and which count you needed and how many to cast on and so forth. So I made a beanie with that. But what I'm doing here is, because I didn't want a cuff, I'm kind of adapting it. So we'll see how this turns out. My plan is I did 15 rows of knit 2, purl 2, and then I just knit. And what I think I'm going to do is just keep on knitting until I get slightly slouchy hat. The only thing is, and I'm going to need to decide soon, is I kind of thought, because it is Room for One More with the Haunted Mansion, it might be cute to put ghosts in there. Have I done color work yet? No. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on that. And then I have this other yarn, from Magic Land Yarn. And again, I love a good name. And this one is called Park After Dark. Huge Disney fan. So again, that just speaks to me. And this is one of 2 that I got out of her Halloween release that she had earlier in September, I think it is. And this is, which one? Park After Dark. And it's just this great grayish black with pinks and oranges in there. And it's just perfectly spooky. So I am making socks. And I've gotten as far as the cuff. I'm trying a new pattern to me. And I am trying the Come Out and Play pattern by Deb Deb Buckingham, and it is shorty socks. So new to me, shorty socks, new to me pattern. It calls for stitching 12 for the cuff on a 2x2, 2 knit, 2 purl, knit 2, purl 2. Still getting the lingo down. And then you start with the heel, and then you work in a pattern on the top. So we'll see how this goes. So that's what I've been working on knitting wise. Quilt wise, we'll go on to that next. I finished my Hey Boo quilt. Remember last year, or last Flosstube, it was hanging up. I gotten it back from the quilter, and I put the binding on it this week. So I now have the binding on it, and it's a, I'll hold it up just a little bit. It's a great little lap quilt that I now have out on my couch for the holiday season. So I'm happy about that. And then the other quilting project I've been working on is Carrie with Tiger Lily is in her Patreon is doing a quilt along, a churn dash quilt along. I had plans last Flosstube, I had all the fabric and everything to start, and I've gotten some great progress. I was on track, and I cut everything up weekend one, and started some of the blocks, and now I'm on week 2. I'm just a tiny bit behind, but that's okay. I'll catch up. And what I have is I have it all set. This is gonna be very like scarily. I'm going to try this. Here we go. So every single block is, I have them stacked up like this. So the plan is, I'm going to put this down before I drop it all. But the plan is for quilting wise, I'll just have that next to me on my sewing machine, and I can just put them all together and kind of assembly line quilt it and get those blocks put together. So it's coming along nicely. We're only on week 3. She did it in 4 weeks, but there's still time to join if you want to join her Patreon and sign up and get all the great tips that she had in the videos. And there's a chat that we're doing and chatting about everybody's posting what they are doing. I did switch mine up a little bit. The way Carrie had it was great that you used a fat quarter block or fat quarters, and you get 5 lights and 10 darks and 10 lights basically, and you mix and match them so they go back and forth. It's great. I just couldn't find a fat quarter bundle with the darks and lights that was calling to me at the time, but I absolutely loved this line, which is Happy Fall Days by Riley Blake. And I really love the line. I'm like, what can I do with it? And so what I did is I got the fat quarter bundle, and I used a good chunk of those to make the churn part of it. And then I have the border is the same throughout my quilt. So all of it is the cream. I did have to buy a little bit more of the cream fabric, but I think it's going to turn out awesome. So yeah, looking forward to working on that some more and finishing it up. Not quite sure I'll make it finishing up by the next Flosstube, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that is all I've been working on. So what do we got here next? We'll do a little bit of haul. I do have a little bit of haul, and then we will go into plans. All right, what is haul? Let's see here. I have it stacked up behind me. One moment. So haul, we'll go the same order that I showed my crafting projects in. We'll go in order. First up, I got some cross stitching items from Antique Needleworker. Love Shelly's patterns and everything, and she posted that she had a restock of these pins by, I want to say it's, all right, I do have the glasses blended in, so I do have the reading glasses. It is, Jersey Girl Stitch Co. She had a restock of the pins. So, here, let me take them out. They're so adorable. I mean, they're elegant and they look so awesome. One second. So there's the pins. And I was hoping she had a restock before I got her pattern, because I definitely wanted this pattern that you'll see that they kind of go with. Try and put that back together so I don't lose them. And this, she has her fall release. There's lots of great patterns, but I absolutely had to have this one. And it is Welcome Fall. And it's this cute white pumpkin in I think this is Mountain Mist basket. And then just adorable. And then I'll stick the little pins in it when I have it done. So I got that as well as the floss pack for it. She was out of the fabric, but I am sure I have some great fabric in my stash to work on that. So looking forward to starting that. It's probably going to be more of a November project. And let's see what else. I did stop at Acorns and Threads this past weekend. I was in town, in Portland area, so I stopped by and I picked up a few patterns that were on my wish list. And Murder in the Garden by Hands On Design, as well as Harvest of Blessings. Love all of her round pieces. I do have the Gather one as well that I want to start. This one though, can you see? I think it's in DMC. Did she do? Yeah, it's all in DMC in the different colors. I think I may want to switch it up to some variegated floss and maybe eliminate a color or two. Because switching colors is not my favorite, I've learned. So, we'll see. And then, I've been having my eye on this. I had to have it. So, it is it's an Animal Cracker series. It's Christmas Sausage Finley by Stacy Natch. So this one, and I think the other one's called Frankie. It's the other little wiener dog. I was debating between the two because Frankie is more colored like my dog Timber, but this one looks more like him. He's half Dachshund and half Terrier. I want to say Cairn Terrier. He's a mix. He's a rescue dog. But his body is more like this, where it kind of like has the big chest and then goes up. He's a little bit more condensed lengthways, but close to it. So I think what I might want to do is stitch this body, but stitch it more with just tans to make it look like him. So that's those plans. Eventually at some point in my life. And then I did get some more fabric because it's just too good to pass up. And I had a great amount of fabric. I got some 40 count flax, which is just a great neutral. And then I got as well some 40 count pyrite by Cedar River Linens. Cedar River Linens, it's got modeling, but it blends as well. So I'm loving how that turns out. So that was Acorns and Threads haul. And I got some floss in there. I had a couple pieces of floss that's needed for my stash. Let's see. The next cross stitching haul I have is, it might be a spoiler, because I just got mine and I don't know if they're all out or not because I haven't seen anybody else post it. And this is, I am part of Carrie's Tiger Lily project Keeper Club, her Keeper Club. And so I've been a member for that for a while. Love her keepers. This one, fall has been my favorite, hands down favorite. Last year it was my favorite. This year's my absolute favorite. I love this fabric and everything. But all that said, spoiler alert, I won't say what those items are, but what the items are. So in case you're just listening, I won't say what they are exactly. But if you're watching, you can see what they are. I don't think she has any more of her project keepers left, but if you're part of her Patreon, you get first dibs on when she has extra boxes, and then every once in a while she has some spots opening as well. And again, if you're on her Patreon, you get first dibs, which is always it's a cool little perk. And they're really cool. Again, I love them. The keepers I love because they hold so much in one project bag, and then you get some goodies from various small businesses. There's always going to be a treat as well as some other goodies that I found them all really useful. So let's see what we got here. So we do, again, spoiler, I'm trying to be kind of vague, so if you're only listening, you won't hear it. Here are the spoilers just in case. So we did get these, which have some cute little sayings on them, and I'll definitely be using those. This, oh, flip one order. This, which is perfect. I love the fabric it's made out of, and it'll just come in way handy. It's simple, but it's cute as well as useful, I think, and love that. These treats look delicious and perfect for the season. So I haven't opened them yet, but those are probably going to get eaten this weekend. Like I said, I just got it just the other day. Then there was this cute little thing to go with it. It works perfectly with the project bag. This box's project bag. This matches it cute perfectly. You'll see. But I always find these are useful. I like having it. A little fun a little fun bling with your stuff. And then piece de resistance is this. Isn't that? It's just so perfectly fall. I love it. I mean, and it's my favorite colors as well. It's favorite. And I get the 2-pocket, so you have 2 vinyl pockets with some great zippers that can put little things on, as well as pockets in each of them. So I absolutely love this fabric. I meant to look right away, but I didn't. I opened the box late one night after work. I want to see if I can actually find some more fabric by this, because I absolutely love this. Love that fabric. So that is all that I showed for the Project Keeper. So if you didn't want a spoiler, you can look back now. Again, great project bags, and love all the accessories that come with it. I'm very happy to have that this quarter. It's a quarterly box, and she does have the advent calendar one for Christmas, but again, that one's sold out too, I think. So she might, I don't know if she has any extras, because I know she ships them out November-ish, and sometimes I think she might have some extras. Kind of depends upon if like the shipping gremlins took any or anything, but sometimes she does have some extras, I think, if I remember last year's right. But I love that box as well. Oh, okay, we'll go into that one. Knitting's next. I forgot to bring it in. I didn't even open the box. In preparation for Christmas, I keep on saying that Timber got me, because, you know. I got the advent calendar from Ruby and Rose, the yarn advent calendar. It came, so I haven't even opened the box, because I really like opening them one at a time during the Christmas season. It's a good, nice little surprise every day of the month, and I usually buy myself like some little advent things, so it's nice to have a little treat every day leading up to Christmas. So I did get that, and that's in the other room. Knitting wise, I did order some charms from 3 by the Sea. One of them was, I got these. I already have a set, but they're just so cute. Got some more Mickey Mouse needle stoppers, and of course I had to get the black and orange ones as well for Halloween. Unfortunately, I was out of luck. They ran out of the green and purple ones, but otherwise I would have gotten those. I did get some Cauldron needle stoppers as well. Those are cute for Halloween. And shockingly, my charms are Disney. This cute little Mickey Mouse ghost, and then this vampire Mickey. So those are cute for the spooky season. that was my knitting haul. And then quilting, just a little bit of a haul because, oh, do I have the pattern? Primrose Cottage had it, and then they sold out real quick, and so I had to, when they restocked, I signed up real quick for it, and they had, oops, Plentiful Pumpkins. Nope. Plentiful Pumpkins by Primrose Cottage, and they had a kit to make this cute little runner. It's a bunch of pumpkins on a shelf, and I thought it was adorable. And I was too slow the first time around, so the second time around, I got it. So we will work on that, fingers crossed, this coming up month on that. And yeah, any other haul? That is all of my haul. So what do we got next? Plants. So plants, I decided to do something a little bit different. I have some pieces of cross stitch that I have finished previously, but I haven't quite FFO'd it. But I know the exact spot that I want to put them in my house. So I have like little areas set up already, and I'm hoping to get some of those done this next couple of days and such. So let's cut to some of those little spots where I'm going to show you what my plans are into my FFO plans coming up. Another little plans in the making vignette that I have set up is this little area in my kitchen. This is, oh, there it is, Halloween Cauldron by Primrose Cottage. I stitched that on, I'm pretty sure it's 32 count vintage Stormy Night with the call for DMC. My plan is to finish it in this hoop that I painted black, but I haven't trimmed it up or put a backing on it. I do want to put a little back on it. It is on this cute little stand that I got, this little cookbook stand that I got from my Black Needle Society Halloween box last year. And what else do I have on here? This I thought was just adorable little idea. This is a beaker that was at Michael's, and then I put little dog treats in it and such. And then here is where I have plans. Primrose Cottage on one of their recent Flosstubes, and I think they did like a little different reel. They made they look like little candies out of wooden blocks covered in fabric, and so I got some fabric to match the piece, and I want to cover some squares as well as some round ones. And my idea is, I'm a one woman show, and so I don't have another person to hold it while I tie the bow on it, but I thought if I used hair ties to tie up the ends of it before, and then I could put the twine on around it, and that should work. So Halloween Cauldron by Primrose Cottage. And this is my plans for my little stitchy spot that I have in my craft room. I have an old TV stand that I painted, and then still holds TV on it, but it has great storage for all my other crafty things. But I want to make a little vignette here with all of these lovely Primrose Cottage pieces. You see I have Halloween Alphabet by Primrose Cottage, and I did stitch that on the call for, which I'm pretty sure is 32 count vintage country mocha. I know it's vintage country mocha, can't quite remember which count it is. As well as Halloween quilt over here that I finished way time ago that I'm gonna fully finish. And then I also have, you'll see in another segment, the Salem Stitchery piece that I'm going to finish in this hoop, kind of like Halloween Cauldron, that either you did see or you will see, depending upon how I edit this video. But I'm going to stitch, I painted that hoop black again, and I'll finish that, as well as I had some cute little decor and this perfect pumpkin that I think will match perfectly. And let's see what else. Oh, I wanted to show you this fabric that I got over here. It is got some labels on it that I thought if I cut the labels and piece them together, it'd be really cute little pillows to stick into a dough bowl here and there. So that is my plans for that spot. Okay, so this is kind of a bit of plans and also to show you my Halloween stitchy case. So I will show you as part of the other part of the video that I have Happy Haunts, I think it's what it's called, by Good Morning Maui. And what I want to do is I want to kind of take it apart and stitch it on some gray fabric, and it's not all going to fit, so I'm like trying to figure out what pieces are going to fit. But what I want to do is I want to put it on this mirror so that you only see the top part, so like from here up for the bat, and then the rest of it will be the stitch piece. I think that would look really cute, and that is from the Target Dollar Spot last year. I always look in the Dollar Spot, or the spot area. It's not all $1, but I look in that area to see if there's anything that I could possibly use for finishing later on. So in the meantime, it's a cute little addition to my display here, and I just want to go closer on this. This is my Haunted Mansion stitchy case. I took one of the jewelry cases and I got some of the Haunted Mansion wallpaper fabric that I put back here. And then this is just some tulle that I tacked on to the out edge so it has a little pocket. I do have a magnet behind here, and sometimes I have my needle miter that I'll put right on there. And then it has some scissors with some bling on it that's for Haunted Mansion. Oops, trying to make sure that I show you what it is before. And then if you lift this up, it also has the green and black striped, so I thought that was real cute. And a little vinylation that I had, and I had her, I put it so that she's holding the needle. She's an opera singer from the Haunted Mansion. So that is my plans for my little Haunted Mansion spot. All right, so continuing on with my plans, this is the Happy Haunts piece that I talked about from Good Morning Maui, and I love all of it. It's just, it's too wide and too long to fit on that piece that I want it to fit, even on 40 count, and yeah, that's just too much for 46. I'm not there yet. So what I did is I printed it off, and I actually just kind of like ransom note style. I'm like, okay, what pieces can I put in what order and what do I want? And I cut out all the little sections, so we will see how that works. What I want to do is I want to pull all the floss colors for it, and I'm auditioning. Ooh, I'm trying to find the board. Of course, I reorganized. Ooh, there we are. Reorganized during that little break there and put something away that I need. But pulled the floss, and then I have these two grays. And I'm going to see, like, this is more of a purpley gray, and this seems like more warm gray. So I want to see which one works best. This top one is 40 count London Fog by Atomic Ranch. And then this back one, that one is Gray Spindle by Fiber on a Whim. So that is the plan for that, on that. And then what I don't get, the motifs that I don't get fit into the main piece, I want to stitch and make little pillows to put around. Maybe we'll see, maybe put one in a frame, but yeah, I still want to stitch all the little motifs because they're so darn cute. Other plans I got, I did get Primrose Cottage's new Halloween, their third installment of their sisters pieces, the Salem Sisters Sweet Shop. So I got that, and I do have all the call for floss that I got from it, and I wanted to stitch that either on, got 36 count Tombstone. Who makes Tombstone? By Lap and Loops, or I have 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. So here's a call for floss. I just haven't done a floss toss yet to see which one of them I like. But yeah, and I kind of want to, there's some oval frames that are on Amazon that I thought would be cool too to put it in. So looking at that situation. Oh, there's so many plans. We'll see what I get to. Like all of us, I am sure. What other plans I got going? I'm going to Disneyland, and I'm so super happy I got it. And I like starting projects for events. Like I like starting projects on the first of the month, or when it's a holiday, or to celebrate, okay, this is my trip to this place, let's start this project that kind of relates to it. And so I thought I've had this pattern. It's Hocus Pocus by Good Morning Maui, and I thought that would be perfect to start while at Disneyland. Of course, there's some socks I kind of want to knit too at Disneyland. I mean, when I say at Disneyland, that is after I've closed down the park, or one of my 2 travel days that I have, because I am a person that I do rope drop to closing. I'm getting old and it's a little bit harder, but that just means during the afternoon I go take a break and have a lovely beverage and watch people walk by, which is always fun as well. And then I do the last of this little bunch. I have the Primrose Cottage Halloween Quaker, and it's the last of this. I think this is 2024's Halloween series, where they're in this more primitive colorway on the vintage Country Mocha, which I have all ready to stitch up. And yeah, as soon as I finish the Salem Sister Stitchery. And of course, there's other Halloween projects. I have Halloween Quaker from Lila's Studios that I still haven't touched this season. I really want to get back to that one. I started Nettle. I want to get back to that one as well. So many plans for the next couple of weeks. And then as soon as after Halloween, then we move on to fall. It's probably, I mostly do fall, Christmas kind of intermix, because there's some Christmas things. I got a lot of Christmas things that I want to finish. And of course, I signed up for more Christmas things because the Jingle Ball is coming up. Jingle Ball, if you haven't heard of it, is an online event that is hosted by Lindy Stitches, and tickets went on sale today. So I signed up for the Jingle Ball. I got some kits that I really wanted to. There's other classes that I want to attend. I believe at least one more that I want to sign up for. There's a couple other ones that I'm debating on. There's so many great classes, and there's great finishing ideas. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to do that way. And I'm trying to be realistic about actually how much time I have. So we'll see. We'll see if I stick with that or not. But tickets are available now if you want to sign up for that. And yeah, that's about it. I do know, so 2 weeks from now is Halloween, so early happy Halloween. I will not be back on for Halloween. I am having a party, so I definitely won't be filming Flosstube on Halloween night, but hopefully I will be filming one either Saturday or Sunday. We'll see how I feel Saturday after an eventful Halloween, but I will definitely be filming a Flosstube sometime that weekend and loading and bring you what I've been working on the last couple of weeks and see what I actually have finished and FFO'd. But until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you come back for more of what I've been working on, I like to share all my different crafting adventures with you, and like to hear what you guys are working on. It's always fun to see what other people are working on and hear what they're stitching and what fabrics they're stitching on the same that I am. So it's always nice to see all the comments. But yeah, like and subscribe and come back for more. And in the meantime, happy crafting. Bye now.